Mind of the Meanie is now an exclusive brand partner with WWEshop.com. Pick up all your favorite new merchandise from Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
Cody Rhodes.
I have to finish the story.
LA Knight.
Let me talk to you.
And more using our exclusive link in the show notes. Click below and show your support today for your favorite WWE superstar at WWEshop.com.
Yeah!
You know, Meanie,
What's that, Adam?
we hear this a lot. Every CBD company tells you that their product is the best. With quality control measures like lab testing and QR codes now becoming the standard, it can start to seem like all CBD brands are the same, but I'm here to tell you something, Meanie. They are not. Knowing what makes certain brands better will help you spend your money more wisely and have more confidence as you incorporate CBD oils, topicals, capsules, or gummies into your own wellness routine. And that's why we're proud to partner with Green Road CBD as an official sponsor of Mind of the Meanie. And Meanie, I know you're a longtime user of Green Road CBD. How has Green Road CBD helped you in your life?
Let me tell you, Green Road CBD is a product I've been using for years. And when we started Mind of the Meanie, I always was like, let's get Green Roads as a sponsor because I use them almost daily. Whether it's the gummies, you know, to take care of the aches and pains of 30 years of wrestling, the topical solutions, that help my knees, help my back, help my elbows, help my shoulders. Green Road CBD has done everything to help me maintain a pain-free existence from all the years of wear and tear as a professional wrestler.
And to me, Meanie, that sounds like the Green Road's difference. And it comes down to a really few important points. They're just part of the reason that they've won industry awards year after year, earned thousands of five-star reviews, and have heard countless stories from customers just like you about the impact that those products have had on your life. So Green Roads is led by a compounding pharmacist with 25 years of experience helping her community getting healthy. For her and the entire company, it's more than just a job, it's a mission. And not all hemp sourcing is equal, Meanie. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But they select their hemp from high-quality American farms, and also not all lab testing is equal, which is why they use an accredited independent lab to conduct full panel tests on every single batch. And that's why Green Roads is an original manufacturer, not just a quote-unquote white label brand. So right now, you can go to greenroads.com, Meanie, and save 25% off of your entire purchase. Wow. 25% off of everything, Meanie. That's huge. And all you have to do is go to their website right now, greenroads.com, and use promo code MEANIE at checkout. It's 25% off your entire purchase by using promo code MEANIE at greenroads.com. Own the day with Green Road CBD, and we thank them for sponsoring the program.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, a perpetually exhausted Adam Barnard, and he is also the very sleepy Blue Meanie. Meanie!
Yes, sir.
What's on your mind?
Bro, if this wasn't a visual podcast, I would do the entire podcast with my eyes closed because I've had a week.
Yeah.
I've had a day and busy.
Yeah.
But good. Busy but good. Nothing horrible, but just very tired. Very tired right now. So how are you, sir?
I'm feeling the same way, man. I'm exhausted. I've been running ragged for the past week. SummerSlam was last week, and it was crazy. Lots to talk about. The Netflix event was absolutely insane, and it's been cool, man. It's been a fun week. But good morning to the Pod Squad as they trickle in on this beautiful, sunny, scenic Sunday morning. We appreciate you joining us today. If you're listening on Monday, we appreciate you listening as well. But Meanie, I saw that yesterday you were at it was Eagles training camp, right?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about all that, man.
Oh man, very fortunate. I got a buddy works over at the Eagles, and gives me media passes, which is kind of cool. Mind of the Meanie podcast. You can find it wherever you get your favorite podcast drops. But yeah, dude, it was a blast. It's our third time doing it this year. Um, and it's just like going to Willy Wonka's really. Just went 2 years ago and never knew it because growing up as an Eagles fan, you always just watch it on TV and just you watch it on TV and then they actually get to walk in and see everything that you've seen on TV for however long. It's just cool to see like the how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, you know, I'm a I'm a voyeur, and I like to you know some people watch the guys practicing. I'll be watching the coaches calling the plays in, or I'll be watching the refs call the penalties or whatever. But dude, yesterday we went and it's our third time, like I said, and it is really cool. It was really cool just to soak it all in because there's a moment like you get in, you watch the guys stretching, working out, and then there's a moment where they tell you put your cameras away, put your phones away, so
Yeah.
no spies, and that's when you get to see them run some like real plays and there's like one moment where I was like I was about 20 feet away from Jalen Hurts and Coach Sirianni, and
No shit.
they're just standing there and they're going over things and watching them call plays and watching Saquon run through truck size holes, with the that offensive line, but yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome, and afterwards, it's about a 2-hour practice, and then they start clearing people out and looking at down my badge said media. So like they had like a little area for media. I was like, I'm just gonna hang out here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm good here, right? And the security's like, yeah, you got the badge. I was like, yep. So me and Mrs. Meanie hung out, and the cool thing about yesterday, it was Mrs. Meanie's birthday.
Mm.
So the guy, my friend sent me the list of the dates. I was like, oh my god, there's one on your birthday. So we decided to go for Mrs. Meanie's birthday. So we're just hanging out, and every day, I'll be watching. I'm like a YouTube junkie. I'll just be scrolling through YouTube, and like they'll have like Eagles press conferences from practice,
Mm.
and it's cool to sit there and watch like where they do the press conferences from, and the players feed in, feed out, and caught a couple guys. Met AJ Dillon,
Mm.
our new running back from came over from Green Bay. Guy's a bruiser, man. It's just like, when he runs and you see defenders, make decisions like, "Ooh, do I really want to get hit this hard?" It's kind of, and I got to meet Jahan Dotson.
Mm.
Man caught what would have been the first touchdown in the Super Bowl, but
Mm.
his, but uh, I think he's going to be our secret weapon this year. We have AJ Brown and Smitty, as our 1 and 2 receivers. I think Jahan Dotson's going to be amazing for the Eagles. Given that he's had his first full off season with the Eagles. Last year we got him. They traded. He got traded to the Eagles from Washington, and he was basically trial by fire. And he didn't really pick up the offense right away.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's had a full off season. I think he's going to be a secret weapon for the Eagles, and I can't believe football's here.
It's crazy, isn't it? And I had that moment. I was thinking about you the other day. I was in the car and I rolled the windows down. It was like 60 something degrees. And I was like, oh my God, it's getting cold. It's getting like cooler during the day. And I'm like, fuck, it's going to be football season soon. And it's going to be like, I'm excited, man. I'm very excited.
Oh, dude. No, I'm a summer guy. So I was a summer baby. My family would always go to Atlantic City during the summer, as if you're not from Atlantic City, the locals call you a shoobie. Have you heard that term?
I have heard that term, shoebie. Yeah.
For those not from the Jersey Shore, shoebie is a term for somebody who comes down from, Philly, New York, or whatever. They would pack their lunch in a shoebox,
Yes.
kind of thing. And yeah, I went from being a shoebie to a resident, and for a while, but you know, then we moved back to Philly. But point being, I'm a summer kid. Spent my every summer on the beach. I love when the sun's out till 8 o'clock. I love it's good for my mentals. So
Absolutely.
now the only thing that sucks is I love football. Absolutely love football, and football makes my summers go by way too quick.
Mm.
There's always like there's like a moment where in July where it's
Yeah.
July, and then all of a sudden it's October somehow. Just
right.
that works. But yeah, I'm excited for football season, even though it means sacrificing the remaining days of my summer.
Yeah.
So, but I think the Eagles look good this year. As an Eagles fan, I'm enjoying the turmoil within the Cowboys and within the
Fuck the Cowboys, dude.
within Washington. Let them have their craziness. And the Giants, they have like 3 starting quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson, the kid they just drafted, and I can't think of it. Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who's actually he's a character, but they got that drama up there. So let those 3, have their turmoil. Let the Eagles stay focused.
Yeah.
Win the East, and then hopefully win the East. That's all you got to do is win the East and just let the chips fall where they may in the playoffs. But I think the weird thing about the NFC East is there hasn't been a repeat winner in the NFC East since 2004, 2005.
Really?
That was when the Eagles did it. And I think the Eagles have a chance to break that cycle. People go, "Oh, break the curse." I don't think it's a curse. I just think it's just one of those weird things where there hasn't been a repeat champion in the NFC East. So I think the Eagles have a chance to break that cycle.
Yeah, they look like a great team. It looked like you guys had a great time.
Oh my God, I'm burnt, spent, and it was a fantastic time.
Awesome.
I tell my buddy, I was like, "Thank you. This is like a privilege, and I appreciate you trusting me not to embarrass you or get you in trouble." I try not to overstep my bounds. I test them. With where I can go and who I could talk to. But it's just, it's so cool.
Yeah, it looks like I said. I always wait for your photos to go up. I'm like, oh, I know it's football season. I know the fall's coming. Meetings at training camp. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Looks like you guys had a blast.
And the Eagles have tonight, as we record on Sunday, August 10th. They have a practice that's open to the public, and they sell tickets for like $10, and that money goes towards the Eagles Autism Challenge.
Yeah.
And they sold it out.
Wow.
60,000 tickets to watch the Eagles practice.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, so it's amazing. That's what I love about Philly. That's what I love about the Eagles. For everything from, the players to the ownership to the fans to, the media that they do, just our fans are the best.
Yeah.
And the best. And see that 60,000 people bought tickets.
That's unbelievable.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, I have to. I'm working on losing weight, as you can tell. I'm sure I'm becoming more svelte. I'm down 30 pounds, which is fantastic. Shout out to Brad Feinberg. And I
found it.
I found it in my ass. Unfortunately, I've been doing the squats, so I got to get bigger pants on. So, but no, the last time I tried to do the Eagles Autism challenge or the like the race or the run or whatever. I was like training and stuff like that. COVID hit. So now I'm like, well, I want to go do it again because I'm getting skinny and I'm getting in shape, but I'm also like, I don't want to like start up another pandemic kind of thing because I don't want to be the jinx. So, I love that organization. I know and that's one thing I love about the Eagles too. I know we've talked about it as well, but they were like the innovators when it came to like sensory safe places in the stadiums. And, Jeffrey Lurie is always like very big in the autism community with giving back and all the things the Eagles do. So it's not just because they're the hometown team, but also just because of what they do for that community. It makes it hard not to love them. So wonderful group of people. But I'm excited for the football season. Hopefully we get a back-to-back championship, which I will definitely be down there with you. We'll go from there. Oh, Matt from Dover is here. Matt from Dover running in on the save real fast. Matt from Dover's here. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time on camera, Matt from Dover's here.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks, man. Dude, it was a crazy week. We did SummerSlam week. Well, let's start there since we're kind of talking about it. We haven't had a chance to run it back yet since.
Where did we leave off?
So we did. Where did we leave? We talked about night one. We did night one results because it was I was in Jersey, and I think we didn't get a chance to talk about the big match. Well, actually, let's do a couple. We'll pull it apart a little bit here. We'll talk about some of the big things. Cody Rhodes wins the WWE Championship again. John Cena is officially a babyface again. I have some thoughts on the heel turn overall, but I want to know the Blue Meanie's thoughts on John Cena's heel turn and what you thought of that entire process. And now that he's back as the venerable good guy.
Hey, dude, it was so bizarre, but going back babyface made all the sense of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one of those things where they, decide to, give it a shot and test it out. And it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because, the guy who convinced Cena to turn heel wasn't around.
Yeah.
The Rock being the final boss, Cena turned heel, for him. And then, he turned heel, and then the next night they don't, or the next episode, they never really fully explain why, Rock chose Cena. What was that the plan B? What would have happened if, Cody joined?
Yeah.
And, would Cena not have turned heel? There's a lot of questions to it. It was a intriguing segment when he turned heel. Like it was definitely an oh shit moment. But like I said, Rock wasn't there, and it just felt flat. So it's kind of like one of those things where when Breaking Bad went off the air, and they did a fake final episode thing where the guy who plays Walter White wakes up and he's still the dad from what's that show?
Malcolm in the Middle. He's Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah.
He's still the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. He's like, I had this horrible dream. I was selling meth. And it's like one of those things where they should have had just, and Raw had, a thing where Cena wakes up and go, I had this horrible dream that I turned to heel, and the Rock, did the cut the throat thing, and but no, it's good to see Cena back as babyface. They tried it, it didn't work. They corrected the course.
Mm-hmm.
Him to have his final run as a heel and going out with trying to make people boo you. But it was the right thing. People, when he came out and did the babyface promo, before the pay-per-view, everybody thought, maybe it was a ruse,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a great promo explaining, and he explained it, I got, those people went away, and Travis Scott's not involved with it anymore, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But he explained that the people I turned on you all for went away and left me behind, and you know it made all the sense of the world. But what were we talking about?
Oh, we were just talking about the Cena face turn, and I kind of I agree with you on that. Like I was thinking about it all day and thinking about all the different things that happened, and Travis Scott apparently, if you watch WWE Unreal, the whole thing when Hunter, Papa H, friend of the show, was talking about the heel turn, and it's like, oh yeah, well Travis Scott, because that was when the rumblings started about Travis Scott falling out with WWE, was when the Netflix documentary was released. Excuse me. And then they're talking about Travis Scott is the glue to this puzzle, or the glue to the story, and he's the whole thing. And then you're like, well, fuck, he's not even here anymore. He hasn't been here since WrestleMania. Rock has said publicly, again, friend of the show, television's Rock Dwayne Johnson. He does the throat cut, and he's like, okay, well, my job here is done. And it's like, well, wait a second, we're missing like a significant amount of context with this heel turn, right? And when you watch the documentary, Dwayne and Hunter are talking in the back, and he's like, the whole story is that Cena turns because it's business. It's not about selling his soul. It's just business. And he's doing it to get number 17. Well, if you would have explained it that way on television, or somebody would have said this without all the ambiguity, it would have made all the sense in the world, right?
Yeah.
It would have totally checked out. Everything would have been perfect. And we would have gotten to this point later on. I was nervous about the heel, or the face turn rather. I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was going to be like a swerve and, oh, he's going to go bad. But then as soon as I saw the music and the lights and shit, I was like, okay, no, this is real. This is happening. And I know we generally don't talk about this fella, but I think he got it right on this one. Dave Meltzer gave it a 5-star rating, which is, again, arbitrary completely, but it was a really great match. I mean, it was really, like, the crowd enthusiasm was there the entire match. Cena put on him and Rhodes. I mean, they were just fucking incredible throughout the entire match. Again, seeing it live was something different. I thought it was a really special experience, and I thought they did a phenomenal job with it. But the other part that was the big news afterwards, Blue Guy, was the return of a one Bork Laser. Brock Lesnar returned, and what were your thoughts on the return of Brock?
Dude, that's what I love about WWE. They do things completely out of nowhere. Apparently they got it cleared through WWE legal, because the whole mess that's the other mess going on,
right?
But and I'm not going to comment on that until everything, the dust settles. But it was another one of those things where, like, okay, Cody and Cena had the hell of a match.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a match. Cody wins the belt. Cena passes the torch, a la, like, when the Rock put over Cena. Hogan put over the Rock.
Brother.
Rock put over Cena, and then Cena puts over Cody. But Cody gets his belt back, and he powdered. He gets out of the ring and lets John Cena have center stage to because it's his final SummerSlam. Just to stand there and soak it in, to get his flowers. And I was expecting, okay, that's it. I like, what WWE's been doing. They'll do the little credit thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then they'll go dark, but then they'll come back, like when a movie has a PS after the credits kind of thing.
Yep.
So I really like what they do there. It's technically not on the show, but it's on the show.
Yeah.
They fade to black and then they come back. But,
yep.
I was waiting for them to do the fade to black, but then you hear Brock's music and it's like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
It took a second for it to register with me. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. And it came out, and I just sat there and digested it, and if this is going to be Cena's final feud, talk about two guys who came up together in OVW, and that whole murderer's row of students that had an OVW between him, Brock, Batista, Shelton Benjamin,
Mm-hmm.
hell of a class. So, if that's he came in with the WWE, with Brock, basically. Now he's going to leave WWE with Brock. So,
Mm-hmm.
the rumor is he went to WWE and, asked for this, and I guess they're granting him his wish. And we'll see where it goes.
Mhm.
See where it goes, man. I didn't get a chance to check the Raw after.
Mm. Yeah, it was. I mean, as far as Brock goes, again, like we talked about, longtime listeners of the show, including Triple H, as we know, will know that we don't comment on those kinds of pending litigation. It's not what we do here, but it was an interesting choice, to bring Brock back, and I think it plays into the story of John Cena. Obviously, there's a lot of feelings behind it and everything else, and conversation, but I think if you're going to tell
there are no wrong feelings.
Right. Yeah. To be clear, there's nothing, however you feel, because I know everybody has I have my own feelings about it. Everybody has there's nothing wrong with having any of those. Yeah. It's just like, I think I think maybe in their thought process, they're looking at it saying, okay, well, we can't really tell the story of John Cena on the final runs without Brock, and I think my one wish personally, I wish that Batista was coming back to wrestle, because I'm a huge fucking Batista mark. And I feel like he's the fourth, pillar, if you will, or the fourth part of that murderer's row from OVW that I think could come back. And maybe we'll see a Batista. Maybe they'll have the actors face off, which, as we know, Dave is the best of the three. I'm sorry. Dave Batista is the best one of the three actors that have come from WWE. I will not be taking questions. But speaking of Netflix and Monday Night Raw, I got invited by Netflix to go to the Barclays Center for Monday Night Raw. And brother, what an experience. I mean, shout out to the good folks at Netflix. Shout out to the folks at WWE for including me and bringing me in. They they brought us in this fancy ass entrance in the back of Barclays Center. It's the Qatar Airways, or Qatar, however you pronounce it.
Your way is better than mine.
We went downstairs. They had this whole setup called the Brooklyn Bodega, and they had all kinds of different flowers and food and things, and it was absolutely insane.
Did you bring Tupperware?
I did. Yes, I did. I had a bag that I shoved a bunch of shit into, and I took some burgers for the ride home.
You smell like shrimp.
I will not be taking questions on my shrimp smell. It's not going to happen. Okay, I'm not going to just leave me alone. My bag is full of food and it's not leaking. It's fine. But so Method Man was there, Havoc from Mobb Deep, Joe Budden, Luis Guzman. It was like fucking murderers. Man, he was so funny, dude.
It's like one of my favorite people. Dude,
I'm standing there and I'm bugging, right? Like Method Man, I'm standing there talking to Method Man. Or, I'm talking to Brian H. Waters. Shout out to Brian H. Waters from the Ringer podcast with Kaz and Shoes and Cruz and all them. Wonderful guy. I'm sitting there chopping it up with him. And I took a photo with Jay Uso because he happened to be down there. And I was like, Brian, did you just see Jay was here? And he was like, oh, yeah. He's like, Method Man's floating around here somewhere. I'm like, no fucking way, right? And y'all know I'm a hip hop mark, right?
Of course.
And out of nowhere, I'm talking to Krista B and PR from the Wrestling Girls podcast. And I was like, oh, did you know Meth was here? And they were like, yeah, he's standing right behind you. And I turn around and I'm like, holy shit, Method Man is there, right?
How tall is he?
He's very tall. He is probably, let me see. I'm going to have the photo here. And if y'all want to see this, you can go to patreon.com/ Mind of the Meanie, sign up today. But I'm 5'6", so he's got to be over 6 foot. All right. So that's Method Man right there. So he's probably, he's probably like 6 foot, right? And
so I'm taller than him. Probably I'm 6'1".
Yeah, you know what? You might be as
pro wrestling standards.
I was gonna say you might be as tall as Method Man. And so we're sitting there talking, and he's he's a really nice guy. I was like, hey man, I was like, love your music, soundtrack of my life, blah blah blah, whatever. Oh, the Google Mass Entity's here. He says the Google says he's 6'3". So yeah, that's probably about right.
Mass Entity, our resident fact checker,
our resident fact checker and historian. And also, I got to give a shout out to Mass Entity too, by the way. I think I did last week, but I want to make sure I do. Mass Sanity was fully responsible for assisting me and getting me set up with the interview I did with Karrion Kross during SummerSlam weekend at Bookends Bookstore. Wonderful guy. So glad I finally got to meet you in person. It was really a lot of fun. We got to chop it up about wrestling the whole time too, which was really cool. Shout out also to a friend of the show, Tony Khan. But it was. I just wanted to make sure I publicly said thank you again, sir, because that was a wonderful conversation and it's been doing really well.
To go back to like the 90s,
Yeah.
the early days of the interwebs. And yeah,
That's awesome.
great guy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, wonderful guy. So thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. So Method Man standing there talking to me, and I'm telling him about the photos I took of him at the concerts and stuff. And he's like kind of like grilling me a little bit in the top, and he's just very serious. And he's like, "Your hair is perfect." I said, "Thank you." He goes, "It is asymmetrically tight. It is very nice, sir." And I'm telling him about barbershop here, and I didn't go to the guys in Pittsburgh, but I went to the guy, my friends at Blue 52 in Kennett Square, and it was just like it was so funny because he was like studying like my hair, It's just really funny. And then,
The moment.
listen, man, it was fucking, I have a small bit of the audio. You can hear him saying it on the video. And then Havoc from Mobb Deep is behind me at some point. And I very rarely mark about people. Like, I think Ken Shamrock was the last time I really marked about meeting somebody. And Havoc, I turn around and Havoc is there. And I swear to God, Meanie, I went, "Oh my God, you're Havoc from Mobb Deep, aren't you?" I was like, what the fuck, man? What am I doing? So he was super.
You're like Ron Burgundy on TV. My word, man.
No, but that's Havoc from Mobb Deep. And then so that's Havoc from Mobb Deep right there.
That's awesome.
Super cool dude. And then as I'm standing there, I'm talking to Brian again. We're floating around. I'm like, "Brian, did you see Havoc?" And then he like points behind me, and there's fucking Joe Budden standing there, right? So I just happen to have all these handy. I didn't plan for this, but Joe Budden was there.
Yeah, you got visual aids.
I do. Listen, it's a PowerPoint presentation today. Yeah. So
visual aids, and I need hearing aids.
Let me see what else I got here. Hold on. I got here's Gentleman James here. Hold on. There's Jay. So that was great. He was breaking my balls about Malcolm. And I don't have the photo. I don't have the photo of Luis Guzman handy. I'll have to find it. But he was.
That's the true sign of acceptance, is when people break your balls.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what I'll tell you about Jacob too. Is like, so I was, Jay. I guess Jay recognized me at this point because I've seen him so many times doing the media stuff. He's like, "Sup, Boost? Good to see you, man. Good, glad you can make it." Blah blah blah. We took the photo, and I was like, "Muscle Man Malcolm sends his regards." He goes, "He stole my shit." Talking about the Waffle House thing. And he was like, you tell him he owes me 50% of whatever he makes. He's like, "You fucking tell him." I was like, I will tell him. And so then Luis Guzman is there. So I'm bugging, right? Because it's like fucking Carlito's Way and like everything,
Boogie
right?
Nights.
Boogie Nights. Yeah. I mean, and I'm a big Community guy. So he, in the show, if you've never seen Community, he is listed as the most famous Greendale alumni ever. And so I walked up to him, I shook his hand, I said, "Mr. Guzman, sister play." And Wednesday's a fantastic show. Season 2 is out now as well. As Mr. Guzman, it's such a pleasure to meet you. I said, "It's not every day you get to meet Greendale or the most famous Greendale alumni, right?" And he fucking popped. He fucking popped, dude. It was so good. But so then we're all hanging out, we're doing the whole thing, and then they take us upstairs to the seats, and it's this giant box seat, right? Like a suite. You walk in, the whole thing is catered on the one side. They have these beautiful leather chairs. I have this direct view of the fucking stage, like, and the ring and the whole thing. Brother, what a fucking experience, man. And Ross and Dave from Netflix was great. Greg from WWE, you guys are all fantastic. And so want to say thank you for having me out there and enjoying the show. But it was cool, man. They opened with the Vision and LA Knight, which they're finally giving him a fucking title run. It seems like they're really incorporating and integrating him into the main event picture with Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So that's really exciting to see. But overall, it was a great show, man. Really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. But Mass Entity says Luis Guzman can play a goof very well. He also plays a very sinister character like he did in Oz. Yes, he did, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, he was
revisit that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while since I've watched Oz, man. I have to go back and see it. The other one I'm embarrassed to admit, Meanie, that I have never seen is The Wire.
Really?
I have never seen The Wire, and I'm working on it. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it.
Fantastic show. It's based on a lot of real life shit. The name of the guy who wrote it, his name escapes me, but he, wrote for newspapers in Baltimore, covered the crime. He was a crime reporter. So I believe, and whatever reason, the best crime shows, come out of Baltimore with homicide, life on the
Yep.
homicide, life on the street. The Wire. Great show, dude. You definitely have to go and watch The Wire, and that's like one of the most hotly debated, few arguments. What was the best show? Was it The Wire? Was it The Sopranos?
Was it Breaking Bad? Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one.
David Simon is the guy's name. I just looked it up now while we were talking.
Yeah, thank you, dude. You're totally carrying me this.
Dude, you're fine. Stop it. I want to give a shout out real fast to the good people at Rode. Let me see if you can hear this now. Let me see if we can get this all squared up. Hold on.
There we go. What the fuck was that?
That was one of your farts.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. We're back. And so we have
that's brisk, baby.
That's brisk, baby. So we're playing here on the board here. Let's see what's going on. What's happening here? There we go. So yeah, we got all set up. We got all squared away again. My Rodecaster took a shit, and the good folks at Rode sent me a brand new Rodecaster, and getting it all set up. So we'll have a little bit of time where we're getting all situated here and getting back up and running. But yeah, this is it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience with them. So I want to say thank you to all of them. But now I love The Sopranos. I love Breaking Bad. It was like I started to watch Breaking Bad and I got through it, and then I was like, oh fuck, I gotta watch The Wire, and I just never got around to it, and I feel embarrassed because I know the general gist of the show, but yeah, it does seem like the best shows come from Baltimore. John Munch came from Baltimore.
Yeah.
So
and Munch is like the one character that's been on like the most shows ever.
Yeah.
He was on Homicide: Life on the Streets. He's on SVU. He was on the X-Files.
Yeah.
He was on The Simpsons.
I'm pulling up his list of shows right now.
Yeah, please do that, man, because
let me see.
Richard Belzer, as Munch.
So he started on Homicide: Life on the Street, SVU, Homicide the Movie, Law and Order, Arrested Development, The X-Files, The Beat, Law and Order, Trial by Jury. Oh, he was in The Wire. He was in an episode called Took in The Wire in the 5th season.
That went right over my head. Wow.
American Dad, 30 Rock, Jimmy Kimmel, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
He was in the Sesame Street episode, and they talk about him in Luther, which is a crime drama in the UK. They mentioned Idris Elba mentions him, and he goes, "Oh, I know. I have a friend in New York at Special Victims, and you got to, and he's on the very Brady sequel, the film. He plays Munch in that as well, which is fucking crazy. So it was 20 years and 23 seasons of network TV, and dude, just fucking nuts, man. What a run.
That's a low key kind of like really cool, thing to be able to say you had one character that crossed all those shows.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. Mass Entity here says, amazes me that so many British actors could pull off that inner city Baltimore accent so well. Yeah, dude.
Right. Yeah.
Idris Elba is one of them,
Dude, like me and Mrs. Me, I have that thing. We'll be watching a show, and then we see an interview with the person from our favorite show, and they go, "Fucking British," like the cast of The Walking Dead. It's just son of a bitch. How do they?
There's a guy on Law and Order right now. His name is Hugh Dancy. He plays the DA or the assistant DA on the show, and I found out he was British. And I was like, what? His people, like we were doing something with Screen Rant, and I was like, I really want to interview Hugh Dancy. And they're like, oh, he's on holiday right now, and he'll be back. I was like, wait, holiday? Only the British say that. It's like, wait, Hugh's British? And I looked it up. I was like, that's fucking insane. I did not expect that. So, but speaking of things that are not insane, sir, I have a question for you.
Oh, and what would that be?
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. It's time to ask Meanie anything. Ask me something.
Don't forget to tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the program. Meanie, what you sipping on today, sir?
Oh, well, a little off-brand. Went shopping on this, piqued my interest. I got Waterloo, a spiced mango sorbet.
Ooh, interesting.
What's his name? Flavortown guy.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, he's like the male Chef Ann. This the spiky hair and
Yep.
yeah, it's his flavor. You would think it would be on the can.
Yeah. It probably has
Yeah.
a Flavortown logo on it or something.
It's right there. Guy, it's an arrow to Guy Fieri's Flavortown. So
I'll have to give it a try.
I'm intrigued to see what this tastes like.
It's probably hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not nasty. But I went in our usual route. I got the cheap shit from Aldi, Sparkling Frost, the pink grapefruit Persuasion. We're gonna crack these open here, and we're gonna get us count us down in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
Yo.
Pinkies up. Cheers, beers.
Cheers.
There we go.
It's interesting.
Yeah. that was a choice. Yep.
That was a choice. I made it. It won't go to waste.
Yeah. But listen, we're still going to drink it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be revisiting that, but it's not bad. I'm just glad it's cold.
That's about the best you can do. I like it.
Like my favorite review of any drink. So somebody said coconut water. Somebody said coconut water tastes like water that's been in somebody else's mouth.
That is so gross and so accurate.
Coconut water tastes like water that's been in somebody else's mouth.
That's nasty.
Which couldn't be that much more on the fucking nose.
Seriously, dude. Seriously. Yeah. Oh my God. Well,
but
that's gross. We got a couple good questions here. I want to start this. We want to start a little bit early just because this is topical, attaboy, in the news as we speak right now. Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux have allegedly been moved to the alumni section of WWE's website. And I know there's been lots of talk recently about whether or not Karrion Kross is going to re-sign. According to this, he has not. So I want to take this. I want to take this Matt from Dover's question as just a very simple. Do you think WWE will re-sign Karrion Kross? But I also want to look at it from your perspective as a wrestling guy, as a guy in the industry, and then based on what our friend Paul Heyman said the other day on Ariel Helwani. And I want to get your thoughts, brother, on this and whether or not we'll start at the easy part. Do you think he'll re-sign? And then I'll ask you the second part of this question.
Yeah, it's you know what? This could be an elaborate work.
That was the second part of the question I was going to ask you. Yep.
This could be an elaborate work, and fans are so sophisticated. They know fans would be looking for the alumni section. I mean, who sits around and just refreshes the alumni section or any roster page just to see who shows up?
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing? I'm going to check some football news. We're going to do this. Nah, let me just go check the alumni section on WWE.com. Who does that? Hopefully he I'm just hoping this. I'm going to put my hitch my horse to the fact that this is an elaborate work,
mm-hmm.
and they're playing off the things that fans always do.
Yeah.
To you got to outmaneuver the fans, and use the fans' way of thinking against them. Again, hopefully they resign him. It'd be silly not to. I was watching your clip on the Twitter that I just retweeted, where he said,
"Thank you, sir."
A lot of his stuff, he's been doing is because of the fans. So why would you not resign somebody who has momentum?
Yeah,
it seems like it has a lot of momentum, and the fan-driven momentum that I don't see. Why he's not going to be there for a while, but nothing surprises me anymore, really.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully they don't drop the ball.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot for me. It's like I have this sinking suspicion that it is very much a work, to use an industry term. Especially after what Paul said on Ariel Helwani's show the other day, where he was talking about his popularity and how the fans want him to be like, he compared his rise to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I think if that had come out of anybody else's mouth, I feel like it would have been overkill. But because it's Paul, it's like, I feel like Paul's got a major sway and like he knows that shit, right? Like he can see it. And I feel like Paul wouldn't have said something like that if Kross was going to get released, Yeah. Like if he didn't have inside knowledge or something like that. I feel like, I don't know. I'm hoping it's a work. I'm hoping it's something that is that again. And so I've been seeing some things online where it's like, well, what about, it would seem like an elaborate work. And why would they do something like this? And it's like, well, we just got worked with Seth Rollins last weekend, right? This is the era of blurring the lines and bringing kayfabe back, right? So why would, I'm not putting anything past them. So I think I'm hoping
maybe Paul praising him like that means, maybe he'll be a part of the new Seth Rollins faction. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see, man. But
yeah,
I have a feeling it's an elaborate work,
and I hope it is. I hope it definitely. I hope it comes through. But let me see. We got a couple questions here in the chat. We got Mass Sanity says, "What do you think of the Cena and R-Truth? What do you think of Cena and R-Truth just reverting back into their old personas? Is this a weird retcon or course correcting?"
Yeah, like I said, it's just like waking up. Walter waking up, and he's still the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, that didn't work. So but
yeah.
I'm happy either way. R-Truth's one of my favorites. As not only as a performer, but as a human. Their segment was great.
Yeah.
But they tried something different, kind of didn't work, and they're back to what's right.
Yeah.
And tried and true. Yeah, they're back to the tried and true thing that works. So I hate to say that it's not broke, don't fix it or whatever.
Yeah.
But just I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yep.
I really didn't want it to go away, but
yeah,
hey, they had some cool moments, when R-Truth came out of the crowd and jumped Cena and hit him with the belt. And, he cut the promo the next night and cut his hair, which apparently nobody knew he was going to do. Which reminded me of a thing where there was a moment where I was in WWE and I had the long hair and I was thinking about cutting it, and I cut my hair and people are like, "Why'd you cut your hair? We could have done an angle with it." Somebody jumps you, lays you out, and
cut your hair off.
Cut your hair off. They could have had something where somebody cut off R-Truth's hair. But
oh yeah,
get a little bit of heat, or they could have had fucking Cena jump R-Truth and cut his hair off. That would have been but hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think I'm hoping that they keep Ron Killings a little bit more serious. There's, I felt like towards the end there, it was starting to get a little bit of overkill in some respects.
Yeah,
with the goofiness. So I'm hoping that they allow that serious persona to come out a little bit more.
Have a little bit of a balance.
Exactly right. There's nothing wrong with the goofiness, but it's also like, hey, can we, let's make this a little less goofy, right? Last question here from Greg Alker from the Megamind Council, who definitely tried to hook up with a mannequin once. What do you think about the ESPN deal with WWE?
It's just another instance of WWE knowing their worth and getting that money.
Yeah.
Dude, anytime WWE does something, there's this fake outrage, before people, read the fine print. And, look, it's going to be on the ESPN's trying to push this new app, this new platform, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be $30 a month. Because eventually, from what I understand, ESPN's once all their obligations are through, they're going to go strictly to just this platform. They won't even be on cable anymore down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have cable, if you get ESPN on your cable plan, or if you have YouTube TV like we do, you'll still be able to. You will get, the PLEs, for free.
Mm-hmm.
They will be included in the plan. And I see, my favorite thing is when people who hate watch WWE.
Yeah.
There's people who just hate watch WWE, and they hate it so much that they talk about it all the time, which has the opposite effect of what you wanted to do. If you hate WWE so much, don't talk about WWE or watch WWE, because if you're not talking or watching it, it lowers their visibility.
Right.
I like, if I talk about things I don't like, but I try not to, because imagine you're going. You want WWE to stop doing a certain thing, so you complain about they're doing that certain thing. And
right.
If you talk about that certain thing, that somebody else might like that certain thing, so you might be indirectly giving them more viewers, and you're putting eyes on something you hate, and other people end up enjoying it, and you'll be stuck with that thing you hate. It's just like it just backfires, but it's just Nick Khan's probably the best hire WWE's had, because he went from he told Vince, Vince was that's that on having his own network. He's like, why are you spending all this money to have your own network when you have people pay you to put your content on their network? And here we are. It's over $1 billion deal, something like that.
Something insane like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So WWE's just print money, and you can say whatever you want about them, but this is it's another hot era of wrestling. I don't know what you would call us. We had the Hogan era, we had the Attitude era, the Austin era.
Yeah.
With the Monday Night Wars, but I don't know what you would call this era. I don't know what you call this era, but it's definitely an era, because they're making money hand over fist. They're wiping their ass with hundreds right now. They're lighting cigars with $100.
Yeah. And yeah, but it's interesting. I'm curious to see what happens with the Peacock deal. I wonder if eventually they will just transition all the content over to Netflix.
Yeah,
seems like it makes the most sense.
Yeah, because sooner I can cancel Peacock, the better.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
man. And we want to actually, Massinity has one more question. That's actually in regards to something today. What's the spice on that drink? Hot?
It's not even really. There's something spiced in there, but like I said, I'm the world's worst reviewer, and but yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's just I probably should have tried it. Not after a night of drinking. Shout out to it was Mrs. Meanie's birthday yesterday. Her family came down from Connecticut. We had an awesome day.
Awesome.
We went to the Eagles thing. Had an awesome dinner with her family, and to wake up and drink this, it probably should have been done with a much clearer mind and less. My palate is dog shit right now.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. We want to thank you for your questions as well. Don't forget to tweet us at them using the hashtag AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the show. Meanie, I want to thank you, good sir. But as you know, it's our favorite time of the program right here. How can people stay up to date with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Blue Meanie BWO, all forms of social media. To support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. To support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees/Mind of the Meanie. MadcatBeardCare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil and Balm. Shout out to Josh Thornton over there, doing an amazing job. Cat lover like myself, he runs up kitties, the feral cats in his neighborhood, takes them to the vet, pays for it out of his own pocket, and releases them back into the wild. So if you're a cat lover like myself, go to MadcatBeardCare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters created by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others. Go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com, or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video. The Figure Collections Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. All Series 1s can be ordered right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type the Blue Meanie in the search bar. Select regular Blue Meanie, BWO Blue Meanie. Either way, there is no wrong choice. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast, book the Blue Guy, and let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Please book through the site and not through the app. The app takes way too much of your hard-earned money. I just did one yesterday. It was a lot of fun. But let's make somebody's day a little bit brighter over at cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you bringing that up. Excuse me, if I can get the frog out of my throat, I would appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and I'll say Blue Sky, but let's be honest, I'm not on there. It's at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand pound, so you can find me there. You can go ahead and check out my other show, Foundation Radio, by going to youtube.com/@FoundationRadioPod. Don't forget to check me out on my work at Screen Rant. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up for network TV. That's going to be booting back up very soon. But you can check out all the news and notes I have going on over there. And check out all of my coverage from SummerSlam and everything I have going on right now at The Sportster. All my interviews with Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Jacob Fatu, Karrion Kross, and more are all up on the YouTube page. So go and subscribe today. Leave some love, and let's get it moving over there. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville in the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go and get your haircut today by Kane, Jordan, and the rest of the team and look fresh for the upcoming fall or your last beach trip, whatever you have coming up this summer, because I can't fucking believe, Meanie, that we're almost at the end of the summer. It'll be fucking Labor Day before you know it. Next thing you know, it'll be Happy Halloween and then Happy New Year. But ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa de Meanie and the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Tiers start at just $10 a month. So go and sign up today. And if you look above Meanie's head there, it's youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. It's right there. I don't know. I can see the words. It's right there. You menacing. It's just hovering over my fucking head, man. You can find please no. You can find all of our archive over there. Every single show we've done since the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2022. I don't like that. I don't like that's hanging over me like that. If you look below us here, you can see all of our socials at Mind of the Meanie at Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky, which we rarely use. But we want to thank you all for being here today and being a part of the show as you are each and every week. And we thank you for listening, taking time. You could listen to any other show, but you're listening to ours, and we appreciate that. So thank you very much. And thank you, Meanie, for your time this weekend. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind.
Blue World Order.
Of the Meanie.
Peace.
Going back to that.
Blue World Order. This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.